You know who else I think low-key is probably strategic? Isn't it Ray J?
This time he claimed he smashed Sexyy Red, right? And then he doubled back to say, I'm just trolling. What does trolling mean? What it really seems like is code for I lied, but don't cancel me.
I don't think he was trolling. What I do think is that he had some boy energy.
Lying on your Johnson, lying on your manhood is never good, even if it's really funny.
The problem with trolling is people be saying some real shit and they're like, I was just trolling.
I think he needs the clout. I don't think it's trolling. I think it's PR.
You know who else I think low-key is probably strategic? Isn't it Ray J? Because I don't think what he did was like just by accident, though.
It was strategic.
Let's talk about Ray J, because Ray J is back on his I hit it or when I hit it or did I hit it energy. He always talking about when he hit it. And ain't the first time that he'd been like stretching the stories on what's going on, right? So this time he claimed he smashed Sexyy Red, right? And then he doubled back to say, I'm just trolling. Now pause. And pause. Let's talk about it, because in 2025, what does trolling mean? Like, everybody says they're trolling now. Does it mean I'm just saying I'm lying? Does trolling mean I'm kidding? Does trolling mean I'm picking on you? I'm throwing shade? What it really seems like is code for I lied, but don't cancel me. So Ray J's been here before, right? He had his history of folks. Some folks believe him. Other people call cap from the jump. So in a world where trolling is like the norm, 50 Cent has made a whole rap career and then social media career off trolling people, right? So my question is, where all this PR stunts and clickbaits and all that stuff, is there a line? Like in the world of alternative facts and Wikipedia and everything going on, where you can believe what you want to believe, do we hold people accountable for the jokes that go too far? Or is this just like the new norm of digital chaos? Like, it's like the Wild Wild West out here. Just say what you want to say. No repercussions, no clapback, no nothing. So let's open it up. When does trolling stop being funny, and when does it start being reckless? What do you think?
I mean, I don't think he was trolling. I think that we give people too much credibility and genius to say that they're creating these chaotic spaces and disasters purposefully. What I do think is that he had some fuckboy energy. And we saw it come out with the Kim Kardashian tapes. Like, this is somebody who literally got rich off of a video that he took privately with his girlfriend at the time, and then exposed her trying to do her some harm and made her a billionaire. And now he has to make a song talking about I hit it first because everybody else has hit it too, right? He thought that by using Sexyy Red as the focus, that maybe we weren't going to be too interested. Maybe it's because she's, red hair, hood rat, little ratchet or whatever he might think it is, that we wouldn't really come to her defense. But even when she defended herself, everybody's kind of like, but why, Ray J? Like, is it trolling, or are you just a fuckboy and you want to lie on your dick to get a little bit further because you need to keep your name in the media somehow? Because if not for this, then why would we be talking about you right now? So I think he needs the clout. And I don't think it's trolling. I think it's PR. And we don't have to really be, take us out the chat. Just take us out the chat, RJ. Ray J.
You demoted him to RJ?
Yeah, he don't even deserve the Ray. He just deserves the R. Junior.
Little RJ. That's little RJ.
Little RJ.
Little RJ. So is it worse because of the circumstances of his lying? Like, he was like, hey, we had sex on the plane, but really he said we slept together on the plane, but they slept in seats next to each other on the plane. Is that make it worse that he was like stretching and like, double entendre or something here? Like,
I think that's how we know he's not trolling. The lie is so...
Oh, I so disagree with that. I so disagree with Delvin. I'm going to let you go, bro. I so disagree with that, but go ahead, Delvin.
No, I definitely I definitely think he's trolling. He's probably trying to stay relevant. I mean, listen, lying on your Johnson, lying on your manhood is never good, even if it's really funny. You just don't do it, not even for clout. Just save your dignity, my boy. Come on, man. You're not helping. But yeah, the trolling epidemic has really kind of gotten out of hand. I think people just say weird shit and like, hey man, long as it's funny, you got to give me a pass. Don't kick me out the group chat because what I say, although it might have been BS, it was really funny BS. So I think we joke too much, and don't joke on your meat, and just save your dignity. What do you think, Nick? Is joking on your meat Is that
Nah,
out of bounds?
I mean, first of all, like everything else, I gotta come here and clean y'all up, apparently. And I get why Tia would do it because she has a certain slant or bend when it comes to some of these stories. Like there's a recurring theme, if you will, right? So I get it, right? But you, Devin, and two,
Yeah.
Brute, like what's going on?
I got a call joking on your meat. I got a call.
No,
What is it?
because here's where the discernment comes in, right? First of all, he said he slept with her on the plane.
Which is
So
technically true.
stop, collaborate, and listen, right? Because he said he slept with her on the plane. Now, granted, that's a purposeful choice of words. As a cunning linguist, I know when I use words how I can set it up in a certain type of way. So if he was sitting there she was in passenger A1, I was in AB, and we both were just sleeping, and just went to sleep and shit, I could say, yeah, we slept together. Now, again, that's a stretch. I get what he was intimating. I do think it was strategic. I do think he was doing it for clout. All of those things can be true. But this idea that y'all really think that Ray J was out here claiming that he fucked with Sexyy Red, the same girl who got lip gloss named some shit like chlamydia or some bull. Like, come on, man. Like, have you seen Ray J's past work, right? You would say, okay, because here's where the harder trolling comes in at. But what I'm saying is, and pushing back on immediately, is the trauma for having a nigga lying on your dick shows up when we have these conversations, because he clearly was trolling. He clearly didn't think that y'all would believe that he would really be claiming that he fucked that girl. I mean, okay, let's be for real. Like, yuck. Okay,
What?
that would be akin. That would be
What?
akin. That yuck. Okay, that's what the fuck I said. Yuck.
What?
That would be akin if he said, ooh, I hooked up with Gabrielle Silverday or some bullshit like that. Anybody who
Oh.
know that I was
Oh.
fucking trolling if they heard the words come out of my fucking mouth.
Oh.
So let me put a semicolon in that and move on, because again, if you've seen his past work, I think he has a bar that Sexyy Red is clearly under. Okay, so semicolon real quick, and I'll end with this, right? Because yes, I do agree that trolling has gone too far, 1000%, because what happens is people use trolling as a means of keeping it real. Right? That's what I hate the most. I get it if a person is trolling, and I do believe Ray J was trolling. I get it. I don't want to believe him, but there's enough evidence, like I said, if you look at his past and his record and who the fuck she is or whatever, that was trolling. But cool. I'm saying, yeah, and yes, there's a problem with niggas lying on their dick. But what I'm saying is that, come on, man, the problem with trolling is people be saying some real shit and they're like, oh, I was just trolling. Like, if you were really trolling, cool, because the problem then becomes you have to discern if a person is joking, and then it relies upon your relationship with them, and some past history about them, or being able to discern whether or not this person is being performative. That's a lot of responsibility on the listener in today, right, in 2025. So I do get that. But there are some instances, though, that people use trolling as a means to just be mean or to be nasty or to degrade people. And then when they get caught or called out for it, oh, I was just trolling. That, to me, is the problem that I have the most about trolling. Yes, there's a problem with trolling, but some of y'all niggas are too weak, and women are too weak to keep it a buck and say what the fuck you want to say and then hide behind some trolling bullshit. If you meant the shit, say the fucking shit. If that was Ray J in this case, I would call him out on it. But come on, man, just look at her. Yuck. Okay? So I'm going to give Ray J a pass.
He doesn't get a pass. He's a liar.
See if he was like, yo, I hooked up with Tia, I was like, yo, nah, nigga, you lying on your dick. But come on, this is her Sexyy Red, man. She got lipstick named chlamydia or some nasty gonorrhea. Come on, man. Ain't nobody.
That has made her a millionaire. Like chlamydia and lumpy yellow coochie has made her a millionaire. Check her stats.
It also made Johnson & Johnson, whoever makes the viral shot, a millionaire. Doesn't mean it's good. You know what I'm saying? Whoever makes the... Yeah.
It don't have to be good. They're buying it. And the fact that I don't even know if you guys are trolling now, because I'm curious to know if you're trolling right now, because I am astonished by the fact that she's a
She's a Oh, she's a
Listen, she could be a but let's not make it seem like there's not niggas who are equally who have money, who female.
Ray J,
Ray J is, I don't know what pedestal you're putting Ray J on.
It's not that. You can look at his whole facts. You can look at his whole facts and be like,
his whole facts said he had to sell a video of his ex-girlfriend to be popular.
But listen, hold on.
Who would throw up Sexyy Red's name? Who would throw up Sexyy Red's name as Conquest? I'll pause there.
Yeah.
Who would? Who would do it?
Fuck boys who are falling asleep next to her on a plane and didn't get any play.
He's the first celebrity.
Stop acting like you guys don't like whores.
No, it's not. We're not saying
you won't
that,
take them home. Then Sexyy Red is a whore that is equitable to our
not that attractive.
She's a beautiful girl when she takes her wig off. She is a nice looking woman when she takes that red wig off.
Hold on, Jay. Listen, I'm gonna let you have the last word on this.
I think you all lives matter.
I know you love Sexyy Red. As a man, can you speak to your view of Sexyy Red? Because I felt like you should clean us up and then we get up out of here.
Okay, so and look, I think if you've been watching the show for any time, you know that I'm just going to keep going over that. If you've been watching the show for any time, you know that I have no love for the lady they call Sexyy Red. I think her whole name and style is a misnomer. Sexyy Red, Ratchet Red. Maybe it doesn't have the same ring. I don't know, but yeah, there's nothing sexy about that. However, as much as I detest her music, her message, her whole vibe, her look, her aesthetic, her sound of her voice, the way she looks at the camera, the way she holds a stack of money next to her ear, just the whole thing about her, she still deserved a little more respect than what Ray J threw her way. You know what I'm saying? Like, honestly, people, we can really, like, I understand when the Inquiring Minds was doing it, but we're really going to start running out rumors like we in high school right now about who I smashed and who I didn't smash. Are we that juvenile? Like, no, Ray J need to grow up, man. And this trolling thing is just an excuse for people not to have to stand on their, like Nick was saying, stand on their words. Get one way or the other. They say stuff they don't mean and say they were trolling, or they say they do mean I'm trolling. Look, say what you mean. Let's go back to the days where people said what they said. They didn't hide behind the internet and they just stood on it. That's what I got to say.